Hello, my name is Alexandra McBride, and in this video, I'll be discussing discrete mathematics. In this video, we'll cover what discrete mathematics is, why discrete mathematics is important in computer science, as well as a few applications of discrete mathematics within computer science. So to start, what is discrete mathematics? Well, discrete mathematics is simply a branch of mathematics that deals with discrete objects rather than continuous objects. And discrete mathematics deals with objects that can assume only distinct, separated values. And discrete objects are usually represented with whole numbers and have a finite, countable amount of possible values. Whereas continuous objects can be represented with real numbers and have an infinite amount of possible values. So why is discrete mathematics important in computer science? Well, discrete mathematics is what makes up computer science. So simply put, discrete mathematics is the backbone of computer science. And it also helps in improving logical reasoning and thinking, as is important in computer science. And discrete mathematics also contains important techniques and algorithms for what is needed in computer programming. And the computer itself uses discrete values, as uses binary, which we all know is zeros and ones, to represent all numbers. So the next reason is important because of the use of logic, and logic is simply the study of correct reasoning. And within logic, there are rules that help distinguish between valid and invalid reasoning. And propositional logic is the building block of logic, and is where, as you know, propositional statements come from. And why it is important is that it is essential for correctly designing computer programs, as well as for designing the parts of a computer. Logic also helps to, of course, develop logical thinking, as mentioned earlier, is very important. And it is used in Boolean algebra, which uses variables that have a value of true or false. And it also is important within mathematical reasoning. So the next reason is important because of the use of probability. And probability is simply finding the chance of an occurrence of events. So probability itself studies random processes and their outcomes, such as the likelihood of a particular outcome. So you may study a certain number of events, and within those events, what is the likelihood of a particular outcome from those events? And why probability is important is that it helps with analyzing algorithms and understanding certain limitations. So the next reason is because of the use of combinatorics. And combinatorics is a study of the ways in which discrete structures can be arranged or combined. And graph theory is a part of combinatorics, which simply just studies graphs. And a subfield, probabilistic combinatorics, uses probabilistic methods, which is part of probability. And why it is important is that it helps in obtaining formulas in computer science, as well as in the analysis of algorithms. So next is recursion, and recursion is a method of solving a problem where the solution depends on solution to smaller instances of the same problem. And in computer science, it is the ability of a function to call itself within its own code. And why recursion is important is that it is central to computer science, and it is also an important part of functional programming, as well as in object-oriented programming. So now that we discussed why discrete mathematics is important in computer science, we will now see a few applications of discrete mathematics within computer science. And the first place that it is applied is in machine learning. And machine learning is simply giving the computer the ability to learn through the use of statistics. And machine learning, they use graphs and sets, which are covered in discrete mathematics. And they also use probability greatly, which is also covered in discrete mathematics. The next place that it is applied is in graphics. And graphics is simply creating images on the computer. And within graphics, they use Boolean algebra, which is covered in discrete mathematics, and discrete geometry, which is also part of discrete mathematics. The next place it is applied is in circuit design, and within circuit design they use propositional logic, logic gates, and truth tables, all of which are covered in discrete mathematics. So now to simply summarize the entire video, discrete mathematics works with values that have a finite amount of possible values. Discrete mathematics is very important in computer science as it consists of useful topics such as logic, probability, combinatorics, recursion, and more. Discrete mathematics helps with logical thinking and reasoning, and it is important for analysis and design in computer programming. And since it is important, it has many applications in computer science, such as in machine learning, computer graphics, designing circuits, and etc. And discrete mathematics is essential for learning about computer science and computer engineering. Thank you.